Kajiado Central now. Ian Wafula has been making the rounds to various polling stations this morning, just taking a look at how that process is carrying on. Ian, you've been to 5 polling stations. What's the voter turnout been like? What's the mood been like?
In fact, Yvonne, up to around a few minutes ago, the IEBC indeed confirmed that the voter turnout as at this point is around 50%. This is quite low, they're saying, but having spoken to a number of presiding officers at the 5 polling stations that we've gone to, they're saying that they're expecting the numbers to increase later on in the afternoon. Remember that today is a weekday, and so majority of the people are either at work or they've also opted to just, go on with their daily businesses. Otherwise, generally, the whole election process is going on well, except for one primary school, that was Engelao Primary School, which is about 30 kilometers away from Kajiado Central. The officers there were concerned that majority of the people who are showing up did not have, could not trace their names on the registry books and also on the biometric system. But this, they blame it to illiteracy, because most of the people could not remember where they registered themselves, the polling stations in which they registered themselves. So that is just one of the main challenges that was coming up. Also, Yvonne, we also managed to witness 3 of the candidates voting at their various places. And one important thing that came across from them casting their vote is that they said this is a peaceful process. They are not expecting that anything will come out of it. And each one of them was ready to accept whatever the results that was coming, whatever the results they were going to get. Of course, Yvonne, the voting process is continuing here up until 5 p.m. when only the people who are on the line at around 5 p.m. will be allowed to vote in. Otherwise, tallying starts at 5 p.m., which will be done at the Maasai Training Institute, which is where the main tallying center is. All the results shall be transmitted electronically to the Maasai Training Institute. Remember, this will be provisional results up until the returning officer announces the final results. Yvonne?
All right, thank you. Just a quick one before we let you go. You're talking about transmission of the results. Earlier on Morning Express, Michael Gitonga had talked about network issues in that area. Is that something that might pose a challenge when it comes to transmitting the results later on?
Well, speaking to the returning officer, that is Maurice Ligulu, he said as at yesterday they had tested all these electronic devices and they were certain they would not break down. But one thing is sure is that they have a backup. Should these results not be able to be transmitted electronically, they will use the Form 16A to take the results to the returning officer, that is at the Maasai Training Institute.